It has been long closed, but the legacy will live forever. The Orangeburg Bowling Alley on Russell Street played a key role in what would become the tragic Orangeburg Massacre of 1968. The bloody incident left 3 men dead and scores of others injured when state highway patrolmen opened fire on 200 protesters on South Carolina State's campus. An ambition project has been launched to restore and open up the bowling alley, turning it into a museum and working bowling alley. Anthony Davis tells us more about this in his report. And thank you. What's happening now is that Ellen D. Schultz is in the process of reaching out to community members on behalf of the Orangeburg Massacre. Ellen D. Schultz led an effort for the Civil Rights Museum at All-Star Triangle Bowling Alley on Russell Street. The bowling alley played a major role in the 1968 Orangeburg Massacre. A bowling ball has not been heard at the All-Star Lane since 2007. If Orangeburg Museum expert has hope that the museum will again be open with such sounds. Schultz is a former director of South Carolina State's Stand Back Museum. She has an organization she calls the Center for the Creative Partnerships that is backing this and other community projects.
And then I went to CCNY, the City University of New York. And while I was at CCNY, I was really fortunate to be able to study with Kenneth Clark.
I have audio today from 2 students that were able to interview Schultz.
What motivated or what inspired you into wanting to buy the bowling alley?
I think it's a really important historic site. I think it's important for Orangeburg, and I also think that it's a major site nationally.
Now I have interview questions for each of you today. I have 2 guests, Janars Flynn, he's a graduating senior who's majoring in history, and Carlos Smith, he's a sophomore who's majoring in music education. How you guys doing today?
Doing good.
I'm doing great.
All right, I have a couple questions for y'all, and the first question goes to Janars, and it's, do you support the idea of the project?
Yeah, I support the idea of the project because it shows how far we came since discrimination.
What about you, Carlos?
I have to agree with Norris. It shows the progress from then to now and gives a modern approach to it.
All right, next question. Why should this be accomplished? Like, why should this project be accomplished, Norris?
This project should be accomplished because this is a historical moment in history. We need to know about it. We need to remember it.
What about you, Carlos?
It will bring an attraction to Orangeburg and it will serve as a historical marker.
Final question is, why should the bowling alley be restored for the other generations?
Because we want future generations to know about this tragic moment we had in history where these people fought for their rights.
And you, Carlos?
I would have to say that Norris hit it right on the nail with that one.
All right. I want to thank Ellen Zitzschultz and S.C.S.U students, Janars Flynn and Carlos Smith. This seems to be a good step forward up to the city for Orangeburg and our nation. South Carolina State University played a major role in the civil rights movement. This museum and bowling alley seems like a great way to remember our past and what it's meant to so many people for so many years.